What's up YouTube? Tiffy Stacy here, and I'm back, and as you can see I have a new do as you can see I've gotten braids done, feed in braids, and you can see my beautiful jewels on my braids. Look. With the leaves. You have no idea how long it's taken me to find someone to do braids. I always like to get these braids done at least a couple of times during the year, but it's so unbelievably hard to find someone to do braids and someone that's reliable. So check this out. A couple months back, I want to get feed-in braids, and I had contacted this girl on Salon Lofts. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Salon Lofts, but I found her online, and she looked like she was pretty good, pretty legit. And so went ahead, called her, set an appointment, and showed up to the appointment. And this girl, there was another lady that was outside the door with me because the door was locked. And the girl comes out and she's like, well, I'm going to take this lady first before you. And believe me, I had already scheduled an appointment. So I was there, I was on time. So why she took this other lady, I have no idea. But it was so unbelievably unprofessional. I told her I would come. She wanted me to come back. And at first I said, yeah, I'll come back in like 45 minutes. But this was a Sunday, y'all. A freaking Sunday. And I was just like, you know what? I don't have all day, like looking at my watch, I don't have all day to sit here and wait for you to finish a client, especially when I set an appointment. So I went ahead and just no-showed, and she did text me and ask me if I was still coming back. I think I responded to her and I told her, no, I'm not. So she just lost out on a good customer, and I tipped too. So it's just ridiculous. Now, I've had a whole other slew of bad experiences. There was someone that I didn't even get an appointment with, but she didn't get back in touch with me. You know, my thing is, please just let me know. Like, if you're busy, if you have other things going on, I'm perfectly fine with that. Just respond to my messages, my texts. You know, not that I text her a bunch of times, but if I text you and you say you're going to get back with me and then I don't hear anything, then I'm just like, you lost out on money. So, and I think I've done a couple videos on my experiences with bad hairstylists. I know it's something that runs rampant in our community, and it's just very discouraging sometimes, especially when you really want a style and you really willing to pay somebody for that style, and then you just can't find someone that's reliable. So the girl that did my beautiful braids, I had hit her up on Instagram, saw a couple of her pictures, and I was completely sold, of course, and so I decided to go with her. And I get into the salon, nice girl, but I get in there and there's a guy sitting at her chair, at her washing bowl, and I was just like, oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. And she just told me to sit down and wait and all that stuff. And I was just like, so she washed him. Now, luckily, he was only getting like 2 little braids for, like, you know, those man buns that everybody seems to be rocking lately. I didn't even think that was a thing until I've been seeing that a lot lately. So I thought it was a passing thing, but apparently people enjoy it. I think it comes from, didn't Killmonger wear that style? And now everybody's, okay, anyway. I can't even remember, it's been a minute. So I wait, and not only that, they had like a bunch of, you know, now I love hip-hop, I'm into it, that's my thing, but you know, when I go to a salon, I don't want to hear it blasting, you know, hearing Drake and all this other stuff. That's fine, like Cardi B, that's fine, but I don't know, I just feel like the salon experience is supposed to be relaxing and not listen to some freaking trap music. Okay, so anyway, so, you know, I waited about half hour. She finished them up. She got me in a chair, and granted, y'all, she told me it would take no more than an hour, but you know, that happens. And in most cases, it doesn't happen. So I was in there for about 2 hours. And that was only because, you know, the oil person came in. They got to spray it. They got to try it. Ooh, girl, that smells good. No, I like the pink one. Yeah. Just get my hair done, please. Please. It's like I'm like always saying a prayer. I'm like, just get me through this. So you remember that? I don't know if you guys have seen that episode of Atlanta, but I have not liked this season of Atlanta. Straight trash. I don't like it, but I love, my favorite episode this season was the barbershop episode where, you know, the barber takes Paperboy and through all of this crap. And I'm like, that is the experience, even though it was an exaggerated way of telling a story, that really does happen. And it's a painful, going to the salon or the barbershop is a painful experience. And so I died. I watched that episode quite a few times, and every time I watch it, I just crack up laughing because I'm like, that is the experience. And then at the end, he basically, you know, he walks past the barber, and the barber's like, oh, I can't believe you did that. And then he goes and sits down. Paperboy goes and sits down, and then, you know, the guy's like asking, like, oh, well, what do you want? Like, do you want me to use the certain number of clippers? And, you know, he obviously didn't know, but then he looks over at the barber, and it's like, yeah, we've all been there. It's like, it doesn't matter how bad of an experience you have. If this person does like the absolute best job on your hair, you're going to want to go back. So, you know, with this girl, you know, I went through all of this, and you know, she had to eat. She said she was about to pass out. Then she had sinuses. She had allergies. She was sneezing all over the place. And I was just like, trying to have my Zen moment. So, yeah. So I got out of there, and I felt pretty good. And at the end, she gave me these little jewels. I was just going to go to a beauty shop, but she was nice enough to give me these little jewels, little leaves. And, you know, it turned out pretty good. And so, you know, I gave her a tip. It wasn't a tip I intended it to give her, but I ended up giving her a little bit more than I wanted to, just because of the jewels. And she really tried, but she had a lot of other stuff going on. So will I go back? Probably so. You know, as I said, if anybody can do my hair well and the way I like it and neat, because I actually, the first time I got this done, I got it done by an African, and I don't think this particular shop did not know. I think this style was starting to come into popularity, but this particular girl didn't really know, so it was kind of sloppy. And I remember she just doused my hair with that black gel, and it was just awful. So it lasted a few days, a few days, and then I had all of these giant flakes in my hair, and it just looked disgusting. It looked like I was walking around with freaking dandruff, and I had to wash it and just kind of work with it. I think I ended up putting on gel over it just to kind of cover it up, but it was a mess from the get-go. So it's just experiences like that. So she didn't really use any gel. She did a really good job, and I'll go back to her. She was nice. So other than that, I hope you like my beautiful braids. I will be rocking these for at least, hopefully, I'm going to try to get like 6 weeks out of them, but we'll see. Not sure. So this was really supposed to be a short video, but it didn't turn into that. So I just got on my tangent, and I'm ready to rock. But thanks for watching my videos. I have another video coming up later this week talking about my 30-day low carb and low sugar challenge. Now, I've already sort of started on and off the last couple weeks. I really kind of officially started it last Wednesday, and now I'm kind of getting serious about it. So I figured if I do it on video, you guys will have to hold me accountable. So anyway, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Please share if you like this video. Also, I'm on Instagram. I got my another account, which is Tiffy Stacy, TIFFY STACEY on Instagram. I don't have much on there, but this Instagram's gonna be about just my life, crazy things that I do, random things that I do, some of my photography work that I do. I just did some self-portraits of myself with my braids, because you know, when they look good like that first day, you have to take a portrait. You have to take a professional looking portrait. Just doesn't do it justice. So check me out on there. Other than that, hey, stay tuned.